But I will talk about my excitement, particularly in terms of where NSTIC can apply to the healthcare sector, and also my pleasure that you guys are hosting this event, focused specifically on it today. I get asked a lot by the press or by other folks in government or in industry, what of all the different sectors of the economy where NSTIC could perhaps make a real material difference most quickly. What is the one that you are most excited about? The answer is always healthcare. And the reason why is pretty simple. It's got the greatest need, I think, between new federal mandates, gobs of dollars associated with and around health IT that different provider organizations and others in the health ecosystem are going to need to comply with in order to qualify for federal funding, and also very significant risks from both a liability and a patient care standpoint if something goes wrong as you're transmitting electronic health records around. It's unfortunately kind of the perfect first place to start. It's also an area where, as we survey the landscape, I would say the amount of work that's been done around healthcare from both a patient identity standpoint and a provider identity standpoint is probably a little less mature than you've seen in other sectors, for example, like financial, where they've been figuring out how to manage risk among customer authentication or institution-to-institution authentication for years. So from that perspective, a lot of problems that are in need of solving. I guess from the NSTIC perspective, we look at that we think that really means it's an area where we can help provide a lot of solutions. And so we'll definitely be looking, as we go forward, looking for pilot candidates or just other activities we can engage in early on as NSTIC moves forward for ways to be supported, particularly in the health sector. The other point I wanted to make, just real briefly, is it's an area that the White House is keenly focused on. One of the first conversations I had when I first came on board was with Anish Chopra, who's the White House Chief Technology Officer, who's been very heavily focused on health IT, and he's very excited about NSTIC. One, because NSTIC's great, and we spent the last couple of days talking about why that is, and can solve a lot of issues and challenges across the country, but particularly as he's been focused on health IT, it's very clear to him and to the folks at the Office of the National Coordinator for Health IT that solving identification, authentication, security issues is going to be absolutely essential to the vision of success that's been laid out for health IT actually being realized, and made sure we were engaged very quickly with folks at HHS and other players in the space to not only ensure alignment between what NSTIC is doing with what's going on in the health IT space, but also to provide guidance and support. Peter Altman will be talking perhaps a little bit more about that. He's actually been more deeply involved in it than I have, but I just want to make clear that it is something that is of great importance across the administration, and certainly from the NSTIC perspective, we want to do all we can to be supportive of that. So I'm really glad you guys got this event together today.